Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. My name is David.
And my name is James, and here we talk about all things Star Wars. But before we get started, we have some amazing people to thank. Take it away, David.
So, on our awesome top tier Patreon supporter list, we have Liam McCallan, Kevin Leininger, Dem McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Matt Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana, Atia Arnold, Rest Jedi 27, Alex Blundell, and we have a new top tier Patreon supporter, and he's at the top of his tier. He's at the Order 66 tier. It is Indiana Solo, who we've met before. You met him at SpaceCon.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his wife do awesome cosplay. They do different cosplays every day at conventions. Super awesome guy. He showed me some of his collection. It's massive. He's a hardcore Star Wars fan. He knows a lot of people. He's got a lot of connections. Really cool guy. He is going through something right now, and he kind of explained to me in detail at Rebel Scum Con, and I'm shocked and honored simultaneously that he is supporting us the way he is right now. But I think of him a lot. I think of him pretty much almost every day because he's going through a situation. But awesome guy. We had a lot of conversations, and he introduced himself to me as Indiana Solo, and it didn't click to me that he was the Patreon Indiana Solo. So it didn't click till a little bit afterwards. I didn't even tell him, but a lot of conversations. He took some of the podcast stickers with him, and he put one on his cosplay, and it was super cool. But yeah, he's a veteran of the convention circuit, and like I said, I think about him all the time, and it's just so cool to have him support us, which he doesn't have to. No one really has to. If you can't support us monetarily, that's fine. Just listening to the podcast helps us out tremendously. But yeah, he's an awesome guy, very generous, very very generous to a lot of people out there like us. And I mean, he's just an awesome guy all the way around, and I just want to recognize him. And of course, he'll be in the permanent thank yous for the top tier Patreons. Joseph Floyd is in the chat there. He says on YouTube, "Sup, I'm not ready for Starfighter, even though it's still a long ways away." There is a weird kind of, I guess, expectation hype around this, and we'll talk about it more in a little bit. I want to talk about Legion Sabers here before we get going. LegionSabers.com, fantastic lightsabers and accessories. Use the code STUFF at checkout for 15% off and get some cool stuff. If you want a lightsaber, you can see a bunch over my shoulder right there. Some of them are Legion Sabers, some of them aren't, but
quite a few.
Yeah, quite a few. So the story at hand. I know everyone wants to talk about the casting news. We do too. But yeah, if you put a comment here, don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast. Joseph Floyd talks about Starfighter. That's a big topic. They dropped out of the blue, seemingly, casting news that wasn't even rumored, and it kind of came as a shock. And of course, when the news dropped, that wasn't available to be online. And then I'm trying to tell people that there's new casting. They're like, yeah, we already know. And it's like, oh gosh, I was away for too long. And that's what usually happens to me. I'm busy with other things. So what were you doing, James? Did it take you by surprise?
Yeah, I was at work. I get a text message from you, and actually, I think Hollywood Reporter first sent out the article that the production had begun, and I saw the picture of the picture they released, that Sean Levy released, and then the casting news, and the first name that popped up to me was Amy Adams was cast in Starfighter. And in case you don't know, Amy Adams is probably top 10, maybe greatest actresses of all time. incredible. And so that was like the one I was like, oh, this is exciting. I think Colin was like, that's kind of random. I was like, well, why is it random? And then David said, well, anybody can be in Star Wars. And then I made the joke, Danny Trejo is in Star Wars. Like, Danny Trejo was in the Book of Boba Fett. So at this point, anything is possible. But yeah, so seeing Amy Adams as going to be in the movie, and mind you, we just know the cast. We have no idea the characters they're going to be playing, so we have no idea what's going to happen. What stuck out to you during this? First of all, of course, like Lucasfilm has been doing, they just announced it. There was no like, hey, be on the lookout tomorrow for some news. Hey, we have something happening. They just announced it, and I'm always getting a little mad when Lucasfilm does that, because it's like, you can hype us up. We enjoy a good hype. We enjoy anticipating something's about to happen, but Lucasfilm seems to not care about that. They have their own schedule.
Maybe it's just us, James. Maybe it's just us. It's like the hype and like the planning, like, oh, it's gonna come out on Monday. Monday's not gonna be as awful as it is gonna be.
I think maybe it's just you and me. I think we're the only ones who want that.
It can't be, James. It has to be more people.
Well, I think you and I lived through the whole, I mean, a lot of people did, but the whole hype for episode 1 and how crazy all that was, all the news that was dropping.
To the extreme.
Beyond extreme. You sent the video, was it today or yesterday, about all the Pepsi cans?
Yeah.
And just the characters that they had on, like the minor characters and like whole bios on them. And it was like, it was insane. But anyways, what stuck out to you about the announcement?
So if you're watching this on video, interesting choice of picture to release. At Star Wars Celebration Japan, we were there. James and I, we were in separate auditoriums. I guess you were in the main arena, right?
Yeah, I was in the actual celebration.
You saw him live. Okay, so I saw him in like the Galaxy stage or whatever. But and we did confirm this at Rebel Scum Con with DJ Elliott, Colin and I talked to him, and well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Well,
okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, our buddy DJ Elliott. Yeah, he's our buddy.
He's a good guy. Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I can't talk about it anymore.
Are you serious? What did you do?
Okay. Here's the thing. So DJ Elliott, of course, we all know.
You just say the name
a lot, but I'm not going to say like what I was about to say.
Okay.
He is a celebration icon, I would say.
Yes, he is.
And he is a very humble guy. I always tell the story on the podcast that I cold called him and say it. And I mean, it was weird because his number was, maybe I should say it here.
Yeah. It was somewhere that we found
a lot of like private information here.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this is live.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And there's a YouTube user who we don't know who it is. It's probably our buddy from Japan. But anyways, let's just say I don't know what to say now. So yeah, it was cool talking to DJ Elliott at Rebel Scum Con, and I talked to him a little bit about Celebration, and he was telling me how cool it was to be there with Ryan Gosling and seeing everything. But he did mention, and we saw this, I think, after the fact, that the possible Starfighter was there at Celebration. When the doors opened up, you saw like a piece of a ship, and you saw just like a small percentage of it. You didn't see any wings. You kind of saw like almost like the beak or the nose.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of the cockpit, and then the front of it.
So yeah, DJ Elliott was just like, the piece you saw was pretty much, I think, all that they had, and I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. And me and Colin were just kind of like, okay, and and then pretty much what we saw is what it was. So there wasn't anything like, if you were backstage, you could see a lot more. It was that kind of, that's how it came across. I don't think DJ Elliott said those exact words, but he made it seem like you weren't missing much, because if you saw it, if you were there, that was about as much as you could get from it. So Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling, to our surprise, we didn't even know he was going to be at Japan. We didn't know anything about this at all. Star Wars Starfighter. So we get the first picture today. It's black and white. It's Ryan Gosling, of course. And can you tell like what he's so he has a jacket on his shoulder.
Yes.
And then he has one leg in the light. It's a black and white picture. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it by now. And then he has one leg in the shadow, and he's sitting on it, and it looks like a speeder, a very plain Jane speeder. And then he has a kid next to him. And I immediately thought, okay, well, this is probably a kid that Sean Levy has worked with in the past. Maybe it's the Adam Project kid, but that was a little ways back now. So I was thinking, okay, well, who's this kid? What's the deal with the speeder? And we found out that they announced that casting for Star Wars Starfighter has begun, and production essentially has begun. And the article from Lucasfilm, it came out yesterday, and it says today, to mark the start of production on Star Wars Starfighter, Lucasfilm has announced the full cast for the upcoming feature film from Sean Levy, joining the previously announced Ryan Gosling, who we all knew. The film stars Flynn Gray, who is the kid in the picture sitting next to Ryan Gosling. And we'll talk a little bit more about his career up to this point. Matt Smith, who was already quasi-confirmed, but just not confirmed by Lucasfilm. So we all know, because we had a podcast, we talked about him at length. Matt Smith is in, probably playing a villain, aside Mia Goth, who was announced, I believe, officially, right?
Yes. Yes, she was.
And then Aaron Pierre, that was the name that blew me away, that kind of surprised me, because, of course, there's no rumors, there's no speculation on this guy. And this guy, Aaron Pierre, he is actually shot the new Green Lantern TV series along with Kyle Chandler. And I believe he's playing Jon Stewart next to Kyle Chandler's Hal Jordan, I believe.
Yes.
And then Simon Bird, don't know him.
I do.
Oh, okay. Jameel Westman, don't know him. Daniel Ings, don't know him. And, of course, Amy Adams, huge name. Academy Award winner, correct?
Academy Award nominee, should have won, has not won.
Okay. Yeah, she'll eventually win.
She needs to win.
Yeah, she's just one of those actresses. So the article goes on to say Star Wars Starfighter is an all-new standalone adventure, which we already knew. The film, which has begun production, is entirely original story set in a period of time never before explored in Star Wars, which they told us at Japan Celebration that it's going to be the time period after the Battle of Exegol. So that's the time period. So possibilities for Finn, Rey, Poe, but they're really not hinting at that at all. Starfighter will be released theatrically May 28th, 2027, which will be directly right after the next celebration, which will be the 50th anniversary for Star Wars, which takes place in Los Angeles. Everyone's going to be there.
Wait, what's the release date again? Sorry.
May 28th, 2027.
So Celebration is going to be it's going to be the 50th anniversary of A New Hope, but I think Starfighter is going to be a huge presence there at Celebration this year. Right. So that's also really exciting to look forward to.
Right. You'll probably get the entire cast. We'll get probably the last trailer. It should take place in April, right?
I think if anything, it's going to be either March or April is when it'll be. And that's going to be pretty cool, though, that we have a big movie coming out. Like, we're going to have a big Star Wars movie coming out for Celebration. And I don't know about you. That's just a really cool thing to look forward to.
Yeah. And, of course, in 2026, we're going to get Mando Grogu. I feel like that's going to be a pretty big hit. And maybe they'll start working on maybe the sequel or the second of a trilogy. Who knows? But there's some quotes here from Sean Levy I want to read. I feel a profound sense of excitement and honor as we begin production on Star Wars Starfighter, says filmmaker Sean Levy. From the day Kathleen Kennedy called me up, inviting me to develop an original adventure in this incredible Star Wars galaxy, this experience has been a dream come true, creatively and personally. Star Wars shaped my sense of what a story can do, how characters and cinematic moments can live with us forever. To join the storytelling galaxy with such brilliant collaborators on screen and off is the thrill of a lifetime. So he was recruited by Kathleen Kennedy.
Wait, wait, you mean Kathleen Kennedy recruited him? Like Dave Filoni didn't do it, Jon Favreau, the civil war that's happening at Lucasfilm, like she's the one who did it? I'm of course, everybody, I'm being very, very sarcastic, just so you know. But yeah.
Directed by Sean Levy, the film is produced by Levy and Kathleen Kennedy. Executive producers, this is interesting, Ryan Gosling, Dan Levine, Mary McLaglen, and Josh McLaglen. The script is by Jonathan Tropper.
Who has written a few Sean Levy films and also quite a few other projects as well. So
yeah, what do you think about this photo, James?
I mean, it's very it kind of reminds me, and don't get mad, everybody, but like the whole Ryan Johnson, you know, how he would shoot a black and white picture, and it was very, and then also how Abrams would kind of shoot a cryptic picture, and you're like, what is this? And I think this is great. I think this is great because it shows us nothing, but it tells us Star Wars is back. And it's interesting that Ryan Gosling's wearing a jacket because it's like, I don't know, he was in that movie Drive, or he was a driver and he wore a jacket.
And he kept the car.
Yeah, exactly. And so in this one, yeah, he's now a starfighter. I'm excited for this, and this like I said, this picture shows us nothing but tells us everything we need to know that Star Wars, I don't want to say is back, but it looks like it's going to be pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah. So there's interesting news that wasn't in the official communication there with all the casting announcement. So apparently, a gentleman by the name of Claudio Miranda is joining, and Claudio Miranda has some credentials to his name. And if you go out and check him out, he won the Academy Award for Life of Pi in 2012, which is a fantastic film. I love that film. Also, he was the cinematographer for Top Gun Maverick in 2022. Of course, I mean,
great.
I think everybody pointed to Top Gun Maverick when we thought about Starfighter. And it's like, we need someone, we need a movie like that with spaceships. And then, of course, there was like that huge like speculation and like conjecture that Top Gun Maverick was essentially A New Hope just on Earth. And of course, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button in 2008, another fantastic film. I think about that film sometimes.
That's fun fact. That is in my top 5 movies of all time. Like that movie, I saw it back in 2008, and I fell in love with that movie. And it's one of those movies that I watch from time to time, and it just blows me away every single time.
Yeah, it looks like he's had a pretty good professional relationship with Joe Kosinski because he also was a cinematographer on Oblivion, which is a very underrated and under talked about science fiction film. He was also the DP on F1, starring Brad Pitt. And yeah, he's got a lot of credits to his name.
But you're forgetting one really important movie he also did. And I remember this because it was right after Curious Case of Benjamin Button when he got picked for Tron Legacy.
Right.
And that movie was insane. Like that movie's disgustingly beautiful to watch, you know? So,
right.
And Sean Levy, I guess it was like a rumor, and Sean Levy posted and said, yes, I'm very lucky. Like pretty much I'm really lucky to have this DP as my DP for this movie because it's so knowing he's the cinematographer, knowing he knows how to light.
It's gonna be fast and intense.
It's gonna be fast and intense. He knows where to put the camera in the cockpit and make it look good. Because I saw how they did, mind you, Formula One was F1 is an Apple project, so I got to see a few things since I work with Apple, and I saw how they did some of the camera work for the movie, and it was insane how they were able to put the cameras where they were in the cockpit. Hey, talk about Star Wars, not Benjamin, but hey, I could talk about Benjamin. I'm just kidding. Produced by Kathleen Kennedy, and I'm pretty sure she did ask Fincher to do episode 7, and he was like, "You're out of your mind," pretty much. So and he has a really good story about lying to Kathleen Kennedy because she said, "Are you going to be able to de-age Brad Pitt and have him play the character the way you say you are?" And David Fincher said, "Of course." And she said, "Okay." And then David Fincher said he had no idea how they were going to do that. Like they had no idea how Brad Pitt was going to do that.
That's
Anyways,
the George Lucas way, man.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Fincher came
Man.
from ILM. He of course probably heard all the stories, and I remember thinking Fincher would be a great director for a Star Wars project. I know you and I a long time ago said if there was a movie about Yoda, for some odd reason, Fincher doing a Yoda movie is just like the best idea in the world, but we'll never get that. But anyways, so yeah. Oh, and so Starfighter, yeah, back to Starfighter. So do you think Matt Smith and Mia Goth are gonna be dual villains or what do
It
you
almost feels like it might be a master apprentice type relationship.
Ooh.
And I've had a Star Wars idea for a long time, and that's the way I had it set up. I had a male antagonist with a female apprentice antagonist.
Gotcha.
So I do like it. And of course, that there's a story going around that Mikey Madison was asked first because she's the real hot name right now. And she won the Academy Award and she turned it down. And then they went with Mia Goth. But I think I prefer, if it's like an insane character, I would much rather prefer Mia Goth.
As weird as that sounds,
role.
yeah.
And yeah, and she could just chew scenery. She could just scream and yell and just be like just super vile and just be like that. And another like iconic villain. But we don't have like a female live action iconic villain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
Oh,
I mean, we get Dodge Ventures, but that's animation.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. What's funny about Mia Goth is the first time I saw her was in a movie called Emma with her and Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
And she was very, very quiet. Very, very, it was a really, really good role for her. And then I saw the new movies that she's in, and I was like, whoa, okay, did not expect that from her. She was very, very quiet, and the way she played the role was really great. And then to see her then do all these other movies, and you're like, oh, so yeah, she's got some range. She's gonna deliver something pretty amazing. But yeah, the story goes that Mikey Madsen was the original pick, but they and so one thing I told David right off the bat was that the a lot of these characters a lot of these actors that you see in this that are announced might die within the first few minutes of the movie. So
yeah,
as weird as that sounds, it has happened before in Star Wars. We had Max von Sydow in Force Awakens that we were so excited about, and then out of nowhere he dies within the first scene. Benny Safdie was announced for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Right. Great director, great actor.
Yeah, great. Yeah, insanely great actor, by the way. His performance in Oppenheimer was I was like, "Oh, okay, dude. I didn't know you had this in you." He died within the first 20 or 30 minutes of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So a lot of these actors we see, a lot of these people that were announced, don't get too excited because there's a chance they might not even make it through the first 10 or 15 minutes of this movie, and which is really strange to say.
Yeah, Flynn Gray, the young boy, I think he's going to make it through. Although it'd be very dark if he doesn't. If he's one of those characters you're talking about that goes really quick, and maybe that's like the motivation for Ryan Gosling's character, the death of this young boy. Maybe his brother or son or some type of like master teacher relationship. I don't know.
What's really interesting about this is it's another Star Wars story where we have to save somebody who's a child. We have to protect a child. We have to have a character who is in trouble, and then the lead character is very reluctant to help said child, and then they end up becoming close. And is that what you think we're going to get with this story?
Well, I mean, it's often said that Star Wars is about fathers and sons.
Yeah, it's true. And somebody said maybe the child is the hero. Yeah, that's a big possibility. Yeah, you never know.
That would be a great turn.
I would love it.
So everyone is expecting Ryan Gosling to be like the #1 star pilot in the galaxy. And if it's this kid, I mean, that has a lot of Anakin undertones.
He's the kid's the starfighter, not Ryan Gosling. Ryan
Yeah,
Gosling is
Ryan
just
Gosling is his driver.
it's just the driver. He gets a phone call and he goes, "I'll be there from this time to this time." Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be a nice change of pace if the child if the young character is the hero, and that's the reference of the starfighter. Like he's what the movie's going to be about. Um, but it is kind of weird. We get this announcement and it feels very, very positive. It feels very, very great. But when Mando and Grogu was announced in production, I don't think we got this. Like we didn't really get this type of announcement with Mando and Grogu, the movie,
Yeah, because I think Mando Grogu really doesn't need this type of like
to remind people.
quasi hype.
I don't know, man. It's been a
This
while.
gets people talking about it. All the podcasts are talking about it. Reminds people, hey, look, there's a Star Wars movie happening that's not Mando Grogu. That's
It
the
has Ryan
whole original
Gosling.
story with Ryan Gosling and now Amy Adams.
That's
Two
huge.
huge stars. Yeah.
I mean, I really hope Amy Adams isn't one of those characters that dies in the first like 3 minutes of the
Jeez.
movie, because that I would be so sad if
I
that happened.
wouldn't think so because this is like a prestige thing for her. I think this is going to be possibly in her bio. If this thing is successful and great,
But here's the thing with Amy Adams, she doesn't need Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like Ryan, and same with Ryan Gosling.
well,
Amy Adams, I mean, she was in the movie Arrival. All right, come on. I mean, that's gonna stand the test of time. That movie
what is she?
Arrival.
What has she done that's as prestigious as Arrival since then?
Since then, well, I know she is a mother. You know, I'm not saying that's taking her away, but I know,
Yeah.
she's done a few other projects. Oh, she did the Enchanted sequel, which I mean,
Disenchanted.
which I enjoyed. I enjoyed the first one a lot. I enjoyed the second one a lot. And what else? She did a crazy movie last year, which was
You don't
like,
want to say the name of it.
oh, what was it called? Oh, yes, yeah. I don't want to say the name of it. Oh, she did Dear Evan Hansen, which she was like one of the highlights of that movie. That movie was not great, but of course, it's Amy Adams. She's gonna, be amazing in that movie. But no,
Well, she played Lynn Chaney in Vice.
that's right. And she was amazing in that movie. I remember her in that movie. Did you see Sharp Objects? Her and Sharp.
No.
That was insane.
A TV miniseries.
She was so good in that series.
Yeah.
And of course she was Lois Lane in the Zack Snyderverse. So she had a few
Yeah.
gigs there. She's doing pretty good. I mean, she really doesn't need Star Wars, which makes me worry that she's going to be one of those characters that doesn't make it at all through.
I mean, like I said, I mean, it's like a prestige thing for an actor to be in Star Wars. I mean, certain actors consider it to be like, yeah, that's like a big deal. I mean, especially if she's a fan. Most of these actresses are fans.
Oh yeah.
And who knows how the negotiating went down? Maybe
she was like, "Can I be in this, please? Just put me in this movie."
Yeah, maybe she asked because I don't think she has any prior projects with Kathleen Kennedy, or can't think of any.
I don't see any.
This is like a new relationship type of thing happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in The Master. Did you ever see The Master with her and Philip?
Yeah, but that was before
Arrival, I know, but I'm just saying, good God.
Yeah, I mean, she can act. She can totally act. I mean,
she's honestly, I'm excited for
man.
I'm excited for Starfighter, but her being in it makes it even cooler for me. Like it's like, oh, this is gonna be they could pull a Rogue One. Almost everyone dies. Yeah. Joseph Floyd said that on YouTube.
Well, they said it's standalone. I mean, we've already done that though.
But do you really think? Okay, I guess. Do you really think this is a standalone? Like, I obviously, yes. It is the beginning of it. Is
nothing at the box office. Yes, it's standalone.
But you have Ryan Gosling in it. He is going to bring in people no matter what.
Yeah.
But it feels interesting to say this is a standalone movie, which it is because it's on its own. But do you think they're already preparing for the sequels? Do you think they already have an idea? Well, hey,
I'm pretty sure Sean Levy has ideas. It's dependent
let's just
on the
focus.
box office. That's the only thing. And if there's an overwhelming reception to this, yes, there's going to definitely be a sequel. But I mean, it does depend on if Ryan Gosling wants to return. He's an executive producer. Sean Levy's super busy, but of course, it's Star Wars. He's the one that said yes to Kathleen Kennedy's recruitment. Amy Adams is now involved. I mean, Aaron Pierre, who I'm about to talk about, might blow up incredibly huge.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
kind of one of those actors that has kind of slowly been rising, and I think has been noticed by a lot of people. And it's just going to take the right project to like put him in the stratosphere. Might be Lanterns, it might be this.
Mm-hmm.
So he might be playing with Disney and DC. So
yeah, it's pretty good.
That's a great thing to have in your life. But yeah, I want to talk about the actor that we see here on video. It's the picture they released, the black and white. We know Ryan Gosling. We don't know this kid. Who is this kid, James? Flynn Gray is his name. His bio says Flynn Gray is an accomplished actor known for his dynamic range and compelling performances across various mediums. With a career spanning feature films, television series, award-winning short movies, and international ad campaigns, Flynn has consistently showcased his ability to evoke powerful emotions and captivate audiences. Having starred in 2 feature films, Flynn has demonstrated his versatility and skill in bringing complex characters to life on the big screen. It says his performances have garnered critical acclaim, solidifying his reputation as a talented and sought-after actor in the industry. Flynn is set to make waves on the small screen with roles in 2 high-profile television series. His dedication to his craft and his ability to immerse himself fully into each role have earned him recognition among both peers and audiences alike. Furthermore, Flynn's upcoming projects include a television series slated for release at the end of the year, further cementing his status as a rising star in the entertainment world. His commitment to delivering authentic and compelling performances ensures that audiences can expect nothing short of excellence from his future endeavors. With a portfolio that boasts a diverse range of characters and emotions, Flynn's career is a testament to his talent and dedication as an actor. Whether portraying intense drama or subtle nuances, he consistently delivers performances that resonate with viewers on a profound level. IMDb mini biography by Flynn Gray.
I was gonna say. So okay, never mind. I'm not gonna.
Okay, well, I've never heard of him. I've never seen him before. He's like a brand new entity to me, you know. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he got cast in Star Wars Starfighter, so he's got chops. He can audition well. I mean,
and you know, this role, every agent put their young actor in the bidding for this part. Like this he must have gone up against thousands and thousands of young actors, and so good for him for getting this gig, man, because that's a feat in itself. So
right. And what he's been in 2024, he was in a TV series called Borderline, 6 episodes. He played young Boyd. He was in Sherlock and Daughter, never heard of it. Roberto Ricci, 1 episode in 2025. Rose's War, I have heard of that. He played Patrick, and that was in 2023. He's actually in Wednesday on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
1 episode. And that's about the biggest stuff that I see here. So he's an unknown commodity to me, but it looks like he's a working actor, and apparently he's good enough to be in Star Wars and sit next to Ryan Gosling and probably do more than that. So I'm excited. So what about the speeder, James? I keep on looking at the speeder. What's the deal with it?
It's 2 speeders.
It is.
Yeah, because you see there's a double seat with the headrest in the back, and then there's this one here that doesn't have the headset.
Whoa, this is like blue dress, gold dress.
Or is it 1 speeder and that's the first row and that's the second row?
It's got to be 1 speeder.
It's 1 speeder. I'm tripping. Yeah, you're right. It is 1 speeder. Don't listen to James, anybody. Oh,
geez.
It's a very simple speeder. It's a very simplistic speeder. Yeah, but this isn't what we saw at. This is not what we saw at Celebration, right?
Right.
Yeah,
We saw like a Starfighter type
yeah.
thing.
And I remember you and I were like the only ones who said something, and then
Right.
you were like, "No one else is talking about it," and it was really interesting. And then I think a day later, after you and I did our podcast, and I try to brag, then it was kind of like said, "Oh yeah, this is the ship that's going to be in the movie." Because I remember when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, what is that ship?" Oh, it looks like Zach got beat by Flynn for the role, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just a prop they have there. I don't think it's going to show up anywhere in the movie. You know what I mean? I think it's just something cool that they
You
had, and
think
they're like,
that?
let's just
Huh.
get a picture of this. You got to remember when they did Empire Strikes Back, there was pictures of Luke behind a turret wearing his uniform, and they were like, we literally just shot that for the promo. Like there was never a scene in the movie that we ever envisioned him standing behind this turret. It was just for the promo. So
Well, that was like almost 50 years ago, though, James.
still, they could do the same thing. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And okay, here's a fun question. I know we're gonna go to some more of the actors.
Right.
When do you think, like, if Lucasfilm was smart, which we hope they are, and they have proven to be very, very, very smart. What I mean by smart is for the Mando and Grogu
on this podcast.
for the Mando and Grogu movie, they should have the teaser for this movie. Like when you go to the theater to watch this movie, you should see the teaser for Starfighter. Like that is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Lucasfilm has to do that. What was that?
Slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk. Exactly. I have a feeling that is something that needs to happen.
Right. And you do it so that, like Christopher Nolan style, which is weird to say now, but you only have it in theaters.
Yes.
And maybe you don't tell people about it. I mean,
you have
that doesn't really work, but I mean, some people won't find out and they'll be kind of shocked and amazed. Oh my God, a new Star Wars movie. Wow, I had no idea.
So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Do you think Daisy Ridley could show up somewhere?
Yes.
In this. Oh, wow, that was
I'm
quick.
pretty sure she's showing up.
Okay.
I don't know anything. I don't have any sources on this, but it feels like she's in this thing.
She kind of has to be. You have to get something to bring back to bring it together. Like Leia at the end of Rogue One. I mean, mind you, Rogue One was all Star Wars, but having Leia at the end really just brought it all together. Having Rey somewhere in this, maybe at the end, really brings it all together, and you go, oh, okay. And then what's really gonna make me sad is when people watch this, they're gonna go, wait, how is she in here? And then they're not gonna realize the timeline. Oh, we are gonna get a crawl. Like there is gonna be an opening crawl to this, so people should be able to read what's going on with this movie. Right. So that's gonna be exciting to see the fanfare before this movie. It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah. And the actor that really kind of got me going is the guy that's kind of featured in the center of the graphic here on the screen. It is Aaron Pierre. I mentioned him earlier. He's going to be a Lantern. I love the Green Lantern character. He's going to be Jon Stewart in a HBO Max, whatever they call it these days, Green Lantern. And he's going to be alongside Kyle Chandler. He is a graduate of the prestigious Lambda in London. Did you know that, James? Know about Lambda?
I did not know that.
Aaron Pierre has recorded a lead role as Mufasa in Barry Jenkins' highly anticipated Lion King prequel for Disney. He played Caesar in Barry Jenkins' award-winning limited series The Underground Railroad for Amazon, and also starred in M. Night Shyamalan's film Old. I've seen that film, but I don't remember him in it. That's not to say he's like a bad actor or anything, but I just know his face now from like the upcoming Lantern stuff, and that's dominated my mind. So also it says M. Night Shyamalan's film Old, in which he played a rapper and for which he wrote and performed a song. Pierre was nominated for the 2018 Ian Charleson Award for his professional stage debut as Cassio in Othello,
Hmm.
opposite Mark Rylance, big time name,
Ooh.
at Oscar winner at Shakespeare's Globe.
Wow.
Earlier this year, Aaron shot a three-hander opposite Saoirse Ronan and Garth Davis's Foe for Amazon Studios. He just completed shooting the lead in Jeremy Saulnier's Rebel Ridge for Netflix. I've heard of Rebel Ridge. Pierre can be seen next as one of the leads in Clement Virgo's Brother, which is premiering at the upcoming Toronto Film Festival. IMDb mini biography by TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival.
Man, he got to perform at the Globe with Mark Rylance in Othello. Like that is insane.
Yeah, that's like the tippy top of what actors want to do.
Oh yeah. So that is pretty amazing.
Yeah. There's some trivia on IMDb. He started acting at age 14. His father is an actor and his mother is a project manager.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, he does have an interesting look to him. I think it's his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
If you look close, he's got very light colored eyes. And when you see that on a big guy, it can be kind of striking. And maybe that helps his chances along the way for more gigs because he is kind of striking. But of course, if you're acting at the Globe with Mark Rylance, I mean, you got chops. So
you kind of, I'm not gonna say you made it, but you pretty
no,
much,
you made it.
You made it. Like that's beyond anything.
Yeah.
Oh, Joseph Floyd has a good point here on YouTube. What about Poe if this is dealing with starships? So yeah, that's a good point.
Well,
Seeing Oscar Isaac.
okay, so we've heard Oscar Isaac talking about returning to Star Wars, and he said the last communication I heard him give was if he needs a new house, he'll come back to Star Wars.
So let's hope he needs a new house.
So yeah, let's hope he needs a new house.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac was supposed to be in Japan with us, and he canceled due to maybe filming Avengers Doomsday or Frankenstein or something.
Had to be Frankenstein, I think.
Yeah.
Zach from
we were supposed to take a picture with him, and
oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah.
Did we ever get that money back? I forgot to ask you that.
Yeah, I think I gave it to you.
We're going to talk about this afterwards. Zach from Japan says, I will allow Daisy to return. Okay, good. At least we got that approval.
I'm telling you guys, when you meet Daisy Ridley in person,
it changes your life. According to David, it changes your whole life.
It is. I mean, it's seeing Daisy Ridley in person. It's tough to talk about because I want to say certain things, but a lot of people, I think, take them too literal.
Okay.
Because when you say like, especially like a female is big.
Yeah.
She's a lot bigger than I thought she was going to be. I thought she was going to be a smaller, like more petite woman. But she looked like she could be a superhero. That type of big. Like I mean, I'm going to say this and people can be like, you're insane, but she would work as Wonder Woman to me now that I've seen her in person because she's in shape, bro. I mean, yeah. Like you hear, so here's the thing: you hear a lot of women say that, like there's a lot of women black belts, right? I think if Daisy Ridley had a black belt, she could easily take me down. Like she is that like formidable.
Yeah,
it felt like to me. Who knows? Maybe I was like in shock for like seeing.
I think you were just
walk up to me. I don't know, bro. She's pretty stout, man.
I don't know what I would have done if I was there next to you. I
was thinking about you, James. I was like, how would James be acting? But yeah, I'll never stop talking about meeting Daisy Ridley. I mean,
you won't.
That was incredible. I don't know how I was able to speak
the Force
as well as I did. My speaking was horrible, but she understood what I was saying. But she kind of did break the ice when she was like, Star Wars stuff, Star Wars. And then I had to tell her, no, not official Star Wars stuff podcast. And then she goes, oh, okay. But yeah, man, she treated me like, which is ridiculous to say, like a human being.
That's great.
She was genuine, and We're still talking about the interview, but yeah, man. I mean, I know there are detractors for the character Rey Skywalker, whatever, but I mean, she's acting, man. She can act, and she has an established character. There's so many ways they can go to make her character more enticing, more interesting. I mean, there's a lot of different ways. I mean, the obvious way is for her to establish the Jedi Order again, have a school, have younglings. I mean, all that stuff, man. It's like that seems to be like a slam dunk. Or make Rey the MacGuffin. Maybe they're searching for Rey. Maybe they're trying to reestablish. I mean, after the Battle of Exegol, what is the state of the government?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, stay tuned.
You had the Resistance, and then you had the Final Order. So it's in shambles again. They got to reestablish. So it's kind of like what it is in the Mandalorian timeline, but a little more shattered and disrupted and disconnected. So maybe it's Rey that has all the teachings that is going to be like the Yoda figure in all this.
I'm okay with that. But
and that should be the Rey film. Her trying to reestablish it all. And she has all the correct teachings now.
Mm-hmm.
She knows about the hubris of the prequels. She got told that by Luke Skywalker. And she's gone up against Kylo Ren, turned him to the light side.
She went up against Palpatine.
Went up against Palpatine, the like ultimate Sith. So
ultimate evil, according to Abrams. That's what he called it. The ultimate evil. Joseph says, I'm curious if they're going to bring R2 and 3PO in Starfighter. They've been in all 9 movies. That would be interesting.
Really great question, Joseph. I like that you brought that up.
Think we'd get them? There's a lot they would have to do in order to get R2 and 3PO. Like you can't just have them because they have to be with somebody like other characters. Like Rose Tico would have to be in there also involved. Finn would have to be involved because I can't see R2 and 3PO just being on their own. They're with somebody, a legacy character.
Starfighter without a droid would be madness.
Oh yeah, obviously. So they're gonna have we're gonna have a droid. We're gonna have a cool new BB-8, if you may.
So a new design droid.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a whole new. Because I think that's the standard now. You have to have a droid that you really haven't seen before. We had K2SO, we had BB-8. You know what I mean? So it's like we had battle droids and destroyer droids in the prequels. So yeah, that's that. I never thought about that. Yes, we're gonna have a whole new droid.
This isn't that insane. Maybe Ryan is her new guy. So Ryan is my age.
Yeah.
I think he's like a little older than me. I think he's like 45. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. So what year were you born?
81.
He was born in
80.
80. Yeah, so he's a year older than you.
Okay. So and then Daisy Ridley.
Why are you looking at me like I know how old she is?
Well, wait a minute. No, Daisy Ridley's in her early 20s or mid 20s.
I think she's
or
late
20s.
Yeah, she's in her late 20s.
Well, yeah, they just don't really match up.
Yeah, she's 33 right now.
Oh wow, she's your age, right?
Yes, we're gonna say she's my age.
You've stayed 33 in my mind.
I have stayed 33. Thank you for noticing. But I reached 33 and I haven't aged a day since, so I'm just gonna keep it there.
Nice.
All right, do you really want to know how old I am? We're gonna say that on the podcast. I'm 36 and I'm about to be 37 in a couple of days. Ugh. Brother, what's that? No, I know, dude.
Brother.
I know. I don't look a day over 21, and I'm really, really happy about that.
Yeah, congratulations. You look young.
Yeah, maybe Ryan is her new guy. Like, I don't know, man.
There's too much of an age gap, I think.
It doesn't matter. I mean, no. You know what I'm saying? Look at Han and Leia. Like that age gap was insane. That was 18. She was 18 or 19, and he was 33. In his 30s. Yeah. So
he was Daisy Ridley's age.
Yeah, and she was how I don't know,
And
but
he's 45. Okay, well, it's not that bad, I guess.
it's not bad. It's just I don't want the story to be we need to find the Jedi, because that's the Force Awakens. Like that's the plot of the Force Awakens. We have to find Luke. I don't want I wouldn't want Rey to be we need to find Rey, because I know everyone will be mad at that if that's the
Ray
plot.
Skywalker has disappeared. Those are the first
Those are
lines.
the first lines of the crawl. Yep. Rey Skywalker has
People,
disappeared.
like half the audience would be like, "Oh,"
Oh,
like the other like third would be like throwing like popcorn. It'd be
yep.
like chicken jockey moment.
That I would be really I would be really upset if that was the plot. But having Rey come in, and hopefully they listen to some of the fans, all right? And
In the
that
Jedi Starfighter.
and a Jedi Starfighter, when all hope is lost, something happens, a lightsaber turns on, they turn around, and there she is standing there with her lightsaber in the Jedi cloak. That would be awesome if she shows up to save the day in like the coolest way ever. I would be very happy with that. And
I
like
would like that.
keep it
I
a
bel-
secret.
I believe in Sean Levy.
Yeah, he seems like, one thing I like about Sean Levy is he is very passionate about what he's like. If he's gonna do a movie, he's gonna give it everything he has. Even though I wasn't too insane about Wolverine and Deadpool, I
What?
could yeah, I wasn't. I didn't care for that movie that much. But I could tell a lot of heart went into that movie. There was a lot went into make that movie what it was. This I wish it had a better story, not gonna lie, but it was still pretty great. And then to hear him on stage talking about Star Wars at Celebration, I was like, oh, he gets it. He is like in it. Um, Joseph Floyd says on YouTube, what if Rey is the supporting character in the story, helping the kid and possibly being his guide?
I mean, the kid's got to be force sensitive, right?
Well, then we got Grogu now. You know what I mean? Like we got
But Grogu can't be a starfighter. This kid is possibly a starfighter. But then again, we've
that you
seen
know
that
of.
Anakin. It's like the Anakin thing, like playing itself. And you know what? This just popped into my mind. Remember that drawing that George Lucas had of a young Anakin? He kind of resembles that with like kind of like the mullet, and he has like a backpack on. Remember that drawing? It was like a sketch.
Jeez, that is old. That's like what, 96, 95?
Oh, yeah. 35 years ago. Older than you.
Yes, we're gonna say yes. It's older than me. Thank you. But how about this? Let's not make it like anything we've seen already. We already have Mando and Grogu.
Okay.
We already have.
James, shoot your shot. What's something we haven't seen with that kid?
I don't know. All right. I thought we were gonna have this discussion together. Don't put me on the spot.
Well, you have ideas, James. So I mean, what's your idea? What would be something different with this kid that you just saw yesterday sitting on a speeder next to Ryan Gosling? What is his angle?
I don't know, because it's like my brain immediately and everyone else's brain goes to force sensitive kid that Ryan Gosling has to look over. And it just seems like such a safe story, because we had it with Mando and Grogu. We had it with the Bad Batch. And it's like, okay, what is different? What is not that? And I don't know. I don't know how this kid cannot be force sensitive. I just can't see him not being force sensitive. What about you?
That's what it feels like. I mean, that's like the cliche thing. I would love a fantastic twist. Sean Levy, if you're watching,
if you're watching, the script's not done yet.
Put in an I Am Your Father type level twist. That would be fantastic. But in my Star Wars story, there is an I Am Your Father type twist. I've thought.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And we might do a review on Patreon when we do we'll talk about our own stories.
Oh, okay. By the way, I do have my own story.
Is it done?
It's not done yet. It is in the process of being worked on.
Okay.
But that's gonna be something fun for our patrons as well. We're gonna tell that story. But anyways, man, like, he overheard a secret, and Ryan Gosling has to get him to safety. That's also pretty good. So that means we would be introducing a whole villain. We'd be introducing a whole organization of like the remnants of the First Order, if you may, or
The Final Order.
the Final Order. So yeah, is that who we're going to be up against? It's going to be a whole new set of villains. You know what I mean? We're not going to have stormtroopers or First Order or Final Order troopers. Who are we going to have? What's this?
I want to say, didn't Sean Levy say something like 15 years after Exegol?
Yeah.
So it's a little ways.
Yeah. So we have probably have a whole new organization of villains out right now. We have a whole new group. It's just, how does that work? Who are they?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know about you, man, but this is like getting me back to, prequel Force Awakens era where I'm trying to figure out what this movie's going to be about. Mando and Grogu, we know where it has to go. Mando and Grogu, we know we have to get to the Force Awakens. Like that is the end goal, is getting to the Force Awakens. Starfighter Episode 1, kind of, and the Force Awakens.
It's
was
being
all
thrown
just
into
like
the wide open ocean.
Yes, we were like, what is this going to be about? Who are these people? And that's how I feel about this. And it's kind of exciting to be there again. What do you think?
It's got a different flavor of hype.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not nowhere as excited as I was for Rogue One, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker. This is just like almost like an ordinary movie to me in a way, in that, I mean, it's going to get bigger, of course, but to me, it just feels like
you're cautious.
Yes, very cautious, because we've had so many announcements and Taika and Mangold and Lord and Miller, and I mean, we've had. I don't want to get my hopes up. Star Wars is about hope. I don't want to get my hopes up and then just be shattered.
What David is saying is he doesn't want next year in January or next year in April we get the announcement that Sean Levy says I had to leave Starfighter because of creative differences with blah 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 blah, and they bring in Ron Howard again to finish the movie. I mean,
they brought in Bryce Dallas Howard.
No, we don't even want to think about Sean Levy leaving the project. What we want to think, here's what I want to think, is I want to think the big bosses, I'm not going to say their names, is letting this other corporation that I'm not going to say its name now because I don't want to get in trouble, letting them do what they want to do and not saying, no, this isn't what we want. We want something different. We want this now. I really hope they just let this corporation do what they've been doing, and then just release the movie in May of 2027. So I just hope nothing bad happens.
Isn't this such a weird place to be in? You know
what?
Like, we're hoping nothing bad happens.
Yeah, I know it is weird to think, but it's not just Star Wars this happened to. I mean, DC also saw this crazy shakeup. Marvel also saw this crazy. I'm talking about movies that were like going and then they like stopped. DC like directors left and like other like things got shifted around. DC more so than Marvel. Marvel not really, but DC, Warner Brothers, they messed up a lot of stuff there. Directors had movies that were just completely shelved. Directors had movies that were taken away from them and redone. And it's like, why are y'all doing this? Just let the directors do what they want to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
I think hopefully everyone has learned their lessons in the past 10 years and we just get back to making movies and making fun movies. So that's what I really want. I really want this to be a fun movie with no crazy behind the scenes drama happening. Yeah, that's all I want. Just a fun Star Wars movie. I want to go back opening day to this movie and then just be in tears when the Star Wars logo comes up and just be happy it's back. And then at the very end, when we get the bump, 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 and just clap, knowing that I just experienced a great movie. So that's what I really want for this movie.
And we're going to see it together in person, right, James?
Yeah, of course. I'm not joking. We're going to see this movie together. We got 2 years to plan for this. So I think we can plan something in 2 years.
Yeah, because the last time we did it, it was episode 9.
Yeah, we saw episode 9 together. So just in case y'all don't know, David and I saw Solo together, and we saw episode 9. I remember during Solo, you and I sat a couple of seats away from each other, and the scene where Chewbacca sat in the cockpit with Han for the first time, you and I looked at each other like yeah, like this is good. That was a great day.
Did we see it at Alamo Draft House?
Yes, we went down to New Braunfels to watch it, and I think Jamie and Joe went with us. Our good friends Jamie and Joe were also there, and I remember I was so excited. That movie was so awesome too, man. That movie, it kills me that movie didn't get the love it should have gotten. That movie was amazing.
Yeah.
Y'all can hold hands and share popcorn. We're not gonna share popcorn.
Maybe if Craig 5 is involved.
Oh, Craig. I wore a Last Jedi shirt the other day, and I was gonna send it to. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of me. You kind of see it in the picture, but I was like, "Let's send this to Craig," or I sent it to you, Haley, and Mary, and Mary was like, "Send it to Craig." Where's Craig when you need him?
That's hilarious.
So, but anyways,
yeah, I did send it to him. And
are you serious? You really? I thought you were joking. Did you really send it to him?
Yes.
That was his reaction? Oh my gosh! I thought you were just joking.
Not only that,
oh boy,
he traveled and got on the plane, and incredibly, ironically, somebody in front of him was watching The Last Jedi. I never told you about this. He sent me pictures.
That is
how is this possible?
That is so great. That is so great. I'm wearing my celebration, Florida celebration shirt. Oh no, this is my Chicago. Yeah, this is Chicago. Oh, you're wearing your Chicago. Oh, look at that. We didn't even plan it. This is my Chicago one too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, totally unplanned.
Look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought?
Celebration.
Anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, back to the casting.
Oh yeah.
So we got Aaron Pierre. The next person I want to talk about is Simon Bird.
Yes,
he is the guy that has the glasses on. If you're watching this on video, Simon Bird was born on August 19th. He just celebrated birthday in 1984, one day after my wife actually. And he's an Englishman. He is an actor and director known for The In-Betweeners.
Yes,
2014, The In-Betweeners, and The In-Bet Wieners. I don't know.
Yeah, In-Betweeners. Yeah, I've seen that show. It's insane. Like the character he plays and the other characters are. It's a crazy show, and the humor is out there.
And he has won BAFTA award, which is kind of the UK's equivalent to an Oscar, Oscar/Emmy, I guess. Yeah. He's been in. I don't get why there's like In-Betweeners twice. What's the deal with that?
There was a movie, and then there was a series. Show.
Okay,
yeah, the series lasted 18 episodes, and then they got a movie.
Okay, so this guy is like a comedic actor.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the next person is Jameel Westman. His bio states that he was in Good Grief 2023 and Identicals in 2015. He is, if you're looking at our graphic here, he is the person next to Flynn Gray. And his bio says, oh, he's quite tall. He's 6'4". Trivia: graduated from London's RADA, Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in 2016, and in December 2017, he landed the lead role in the London production of Lin-Manuel Miranda's musical Hamilton. So he's from Hamilton, dude.
Oh. Whoa. I didn't know that. Oh, in the London production. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you.
Okay.
That's incredible. That's an incredible thing to be. You know what I mean?
That's another like tippy top actor wish to be in anything related to Hamilton.
Nice.
And I think that run is pretty much over. The next person is Daniel Ings, who's on the far left. He's also an Englishman. He's born in 1985. And he is an actor known for The Gentleman 2024, I Hate Susie 2020, Lovesick in 2014. You familiar with this actor?
No, I'm not. Even though I've seen The Crown, he may have been in the later seasons of The Crown, but
Right.
no, I'm not familiar with this actor.
And yeah, on IMDb, it has his height listed at 6 foot. So he's about an inch taller than me.
They just got really tall actors for to be.
Yeah. And last but not least, we have Amy Adams. And she's been a lot of critically acclaimed stuff. She's known for Arrival, The Fighter, Enchanted, The Master, and of course Lois Lane. Arrival is one of my favorite movies. I was going to say earlier, I wasn't the biggest fan of her performance as Lois Lane, but I mean, it was actually a dream role for her to play Lois Lane. So she's an actress that has dream roles, and maybe it was her dream to be in Star Wars as well. She was also in a movie directed by a fashion designer from San Marcos, Texas, Nocturnal Animals.
I've never seen this movie. Never mind. We're not going to talk about it. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that movie. She's also in Big Eyes, American Hustle, Her, Man of Steel, Trouble with the Curve. I think everyone pretty much knows who.
Yeah, The Fighter. She was amazing in The Fighter.
Night at the Museum. Enchanted, I think, was her biggest. That was like her breakout role, and she just totally killed.
The first time I saw her was in Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, okay. I never saw that movie.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she had a she played Martin Sheen's daughter in that movie, and
I remember like a flight attendant, right?
No, she played a nurse who falls in love with DiCaprio's character. And I was always like, she's great. She's great. And then I kept seeing her, and then I forget what movie it was she did.
Man, and I was like, 2002.
Whoa. Oh yeah. Oh, when I saw her in Charlie Wilson's War, I was like, oh, okay. And then after that, it was she just took off. She's in a couple episodes of King of the Hill, which I'm watching right now. So it's really funny to hear her voice. Be like, oh my gosh, that's Amy Adams. And she pops up a couple of times in there. So.
Wow. Well, yeah, she's big time, and she'll eventually get an Oscar for something. You know, I mean, she's too prolific. She works. She's one of the bigger actresses we have. So yeah, that is the main cast that was announced, and of course, he mentioned Mia Goth was mentioned in there. Matt Smith, who I love in House of the Dragon, he's just incredible, portraying Daemon. That was the role for me that told me like this dude can act.
I think it was him in The Crown, because I know he's been
that. Yeah,
Doctor Who was like that was huge. That was massive for him,
right?
To be, the Doctor. The first time I saw him was in The Crown, and I was like, this dude's good. This dude is really, really good. And then he did something else, and I was like, yeah, I like
Skywalker.
What was that?
The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh yeah, almost The Rise of Skywalker.
Almost, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was him. What was that?
If you ask him as an interviewer about The Rise of Skywalker, he politely declines because something happened, just like Rogue One. Something happened that we'll never know about, maybe. And it's like, I want to know.
I want to know so.
I want to know exactly what happened.
Yeah, like,
but
how far did he get before they were like, no?
Yeah, but he couldn't have been Palpatine's self.
I honestly, my
files are not correct.
My prediction, and he was that crazy spider looking dude in the water, looking at.
You think he did like Benedict Cumberbatch, like I am Smog, and he's
I think he was the voice of that creature, because he has a great voice too. So it's like I could see them doing that, and they cut it from the movie.
Yeah,
I don't know. But like we said, a lot of these actors who are going to be in Starfighter don't be surprised if they die within the first 5 or 10 minutes of the movie. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to be really sad if Amy Adams is only in there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I guess moving on, I think that's all that Starfighter stuff that we have to talk about, really, just the casting and the DP, done incredible stuff. So we have that to look forward to. The next story that I'm not even sure if James knows about this. Throw a curveball at James. So Simon Kinberg did a podcast and he was asked about his upcoming trilogy that he was given from Kathleen Kennedy, a lot like Ryan Johnson, but I think this has more of a chance of happening. Simon Kinberg, of course, was a producer on Rebels, so he's been around Star Wars a little bit. And of course, he directed X-Men Apocalypse and was a producer on some of the X-Men films. So it looks like he's gearing up. And he said, which I think everyone would say if they're about to create a Star Wars project, in a sense. He said his project, his trilogy, is going to be a lot like The Empire Strikes Back and Andor. So I don't know if he's talking about like tone or if he's talking about in just like overall quality. What do you think, James? Is it going to be like that heavy?
I think, I don't know. I think it worked because you ask anybody what their favorite Star Wars movie is, you know, you're going to have a huge percentage of people saying The Empire Strikes Back is their favorite. That's my favorite Star Wars movie.
Well, I mean, the best Star Wars movie is Empire. My favorite movie is Return of the Jedi, but I understand why Empire is the best. Yeah.
And you kind of have that in your mind. Of course, when Irvin Kershner passed away, as Steven Spielberg said, you know, he thinks Irvin Kershner directed the best Star Wars movie ever. You look at that and say, okay, what worked with that? What worked with that? And then the tone shift with Return of the Jedi, to where a lot of people don't like Return of the Jedi. Some people do, some people love it. And like David said, and we also have Zach here who loves Return of the Jedi. I personally don't like it. It's not my favorite. It's still a fun movie. I still love it because it's Star Wars, but it's not my favorite compared to Empire. And then you look at Andor and you go, okay, what worked? What worked with this? What is something we can kind of take from that? Not, you know, I hope that they don't like copy it, but like take from that to create something new for Star Wars. And honestly, I think it's a pretty good move to look at what's worked and to figure out what's the secret formula for that. And hopefully it means tone, and hopefully it means it kind of goes against George Lucas's original you know, saying, which was this was made for 12-year-old boys. You know, he made this for kids.
So I didn't watch the podcast or listen to it at all, but there's something that's listing what he actually meant by that.
Oh, okay, never mind. So I just talked for nothing.
And yeah, our droid buddy on the internet says Simon Kinberg's upcoming Star Wars trilogy is planned to be like The Empire Strikes Back and Andor because it will strive to balance epic sci-fi storytelling with deep, intimate character drama.
Nice.
A combination Kinberg admires for its personal stakes with a grand narrative. Kinberg has stressed the balance. This balance is crucial for the project, which aims to tell a new story with original characters and a focused narrative under a single vision, rather than continuing the Skywalker saga. Sounds great.
Sounds good. Yeah.
I want to see him pull that off. Of course.
And it's crazy to watch Empire because you kind of think of it as like a slower movie compared to the first, you know, to A New Hope. But there's a lot of action in Empire Strikes Back. There's a lot happening in that movie. So the balance of story and action and story and science fiction is kind of incredible with Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. As a kid watching The Empire Strikes Back in the 80s on VHS,
you were just trying to
it was like, this is taking forever. You know, I'm trying to get to Return of the Jedi. I'm trying to get to the fight on Bespin between Luke and Vader. And just, I would just marvel at it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'd watch that thing and be like, this is incredible.
I think
even before I knew what incredible was,
you just knew like that's where the word came from.
I was like, man, this is everything. Wasn't even today? It's like, wow, they were able to pull that off back then before CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it is kind of shocking to look from 1977 to 1983 with what ILM was able to do with the special effects. It's kind of insane how they made it look. Yeah. But for me growing up, I remember going through Empire to get to Return of the Jedi, because Return of the Jedi was my favorite as a kid growing up. I enjoyed it because you got the battle at the end, you got the space battle, you got Luke showing up to save the day at the beginning of Return of the Jedi, which is still such a great, that moment of him jumping, flipping up, grabbing the lightsaber, and it's green. Like that's still such a great moment. But then one day when I think I was a teenager, I watched Empire, and I was just it just felt like a whole new movie for me. And I was like, oh, this is something I never thought I would look at this movie this way. Then the more I watch it, the more I was like, oh, this is incredible. This is really great. You two, oh, Zach says James' favorite movie is The Last Jedi, right? No, it is not. Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. Last Jedi is my second favorite. And then Revenge of the Sith is my third favorite. So I have one from each trilogy. But yeah, if you're gonna do something with Star Wars, looking at Empire Strikes Back, I think is a good idea, in my opinion. So, and Andor.
Yeah. That's what you kind of want to say, and that's what you kind of want to do. And the thing that gives me a little bit of confidence about Simon Kinberg in this trilogy is that, yes, he is someone that's been in the movie industry for a while, but it feels like he's had an idea about this for a very long time. It feels like he's one of those guys. I don't know if anyone here is watching Alien Earth. It's a fantastic show.
It is
a very adult show, but the showrunner, writer, the guy that's responsible for the show, he said that FX, which is a subsidiary of Fox, subsidiary of Disney now because they own it all. He said, "Hey, would you mind maybe taking a look and maybe doing something with Alien? Are you interested?" And Noah Hawley has stated that I've thought about an idea for Alien, and I feel like Simon Kinberg is the same way with Star Wars. It feels like he had the outline already for a trilogy, and he kind of knows what he wants to do. And it feels like he's more prepared than a lot of the people that have come into Star Wars, because it seems like he's been able to concentrate on this type of thing more so than, let's say, like Ryan Johnson, who's doing all kinds of different projects and stuff. He's a Star Wars fan, but he's being pulled in multiple ways. Yeah, we have some guy named Colin Weaver saying, speaking of Return of the Jedi, Max Rebo deserves more time in live action.
Boy. This is when we turn off the podcast.
Don't turn us off, guys. Keep watching. Keep listening.
But one thing I like about I know this is not the. Are you doing that? Stop that.
Yeah, I was trying to take it off the screen, but you kept on hitting the.
I kept trying to take it off the screen too. One thing I like about Alien Earth, which I'm excited, which I'm hoping now that you say that comparison, which is like when you watch Alien Earth, if you're a fan of Alien, which I'm a huge fan of Alien, that's my other like favorite science fiction franchise, is the story is one of those stories that you're like, how come no one has done this before? Like, this is such a great story in the alien world. How come they have not done this before? That's how I feel every time I'm watching Alien Earth. Mm-hmm. That's what I want for this next Star Wars trilogy, is that feeling of like, oh my gosh, this is so great. How come we haven't thought about this before? And that's what I want. That's what I really want with this new trilogy by Simon Kinberg. So hopefully we get that.
Yeah, there's a reason why I bring up Noah Hawley and Alien Earth, because I've even told you this, James. Tuesday, I will be at the premiere of episode 5.
Ooh.
And in attendance will be Noah Hawley.
Nice.
And apparently there will be a Q&A. And I want to ask him if he has an idea for Star Wars. And I want to see what he says.
That would be okay. Let us know. Let us know what he says.
Yeah, well, I mean, it might be recorded or whatever, but I mean, I do have an Alien Earth centric question. So, yeah. And I also want to state that I think I was the only one in the press cage that knew who Noah Hawley was. And when he appeared, so the press cage is right next to Hall H. George Lucas walked by me. Everyone basically walks by you to get to the table or the chairs, whatever. And Ryan Gosling did too for Project Hail Mary. But I noticed Noah Hawley look at the Hall H crowd, And I said, "Hey, Noah, can I get a selfie?" And he kind of like looked at me and he thought about it and he smiled and he's like, "Yeah, sure." And this is the picture I took.
Nice.
So so he's on the stage at Hall H. I'm like right below him, and I will see him Tuesday, and I'm gonna ask him a Star Wars question because I kind of
I
have
love
to.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. No,
Yep.
not that Holly. It's another Holly. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, incorrect spelling there, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna ask him that question because he has done a terrific job, and I was counting on it, man, because he has projects behind him that are very like interesting and different and innovative. The thing I like about Noah Hawley is that he is not 100% predictable in the way the story takes its next step. As when the page turns on the story, it could be something that you expect. It's a little stereotypical, cliche, but then again, usually it's either half that or not that at all, and that's great and it works. If a movie is giving me something that I'm not thinking of, I love that, and it's logical and it's good and it's sound. That's the best thing. That's the best thing. And I think we talked about this new character, Flynn Gray, the actor that we saw in black and white pictures. Like he needs to be something we haven't seen before, like you stated.
I agree. Yes.
That's the whole crux. If he is a main character, it can't be he can't be a slave. He can't be the chosen one. He can't be a pod racer. He can't be maybe even a starfighter. I mean,
Yeah. Something we haven't seen before
yeah,
in Star Wars from a young character.
there's a direct parallel to Alien Earth because that's what we're getting with Alien Earth in comparison to Aliens. We're getting something we really haven't seen before. They're addressing the other half of Weyland Yutani. They're addressing so many existential questions we have. And there's like 5 different angles of addressing different situations. You've seen it, right? No?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I told you I'm a huge Alien
Yeah,
fan.
it's wonderful. Noah Hawley is a great mind. He's in the building. He's doing this for FX. FX is the channel that spawned off of Fox. Disney owns Fox.
Yeah, they own it. He's right
He
there.
is in the building, guys. He's one hallway walk away, right next to Kevin Feige's office. The other interesting thing is he lives 50 miles away from me.
That's insane.
He actually lives in Austin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he lives in Austin. So the star of Alien Earth, Sydney Chandler, wanted to go meet with him for the role. She flew all the way to Canada where he was filming Fargo, and they met. And then in their conversation about the role, they found out they were neighbors.
Yeah, because she lives in
You're gonna say her address? No, apartment complex.
No, she lives in what's that place? It's north of.
So they say, okay, yeah, Dripping
Springs.
Springs. Yeah, Dripping Springs. They say Kyle Chandler lives there.
Yeah.
And I'll pass through there. I used to pass through there all the time for my daughter's events for school. But that is interesting that Kyle Chandler can just be seen. And it ties back to Green Lantern with Aaron Pierre.
Yep.
Which ties back to Star Wars. See, we brought
it all connected.
Yeah, it's
Kevin
Star
Bacon is related in there somehow. I don't know. that's a deep cut. But anyways, but yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't know that he lived in Texas. I know she lives because Kyle. Yeah, I remember Joseph said he would see Kyle Chandler at HEB in Dripping Springs.
Whoa.
Yeah. So,
and he's in one of my favorite films, Zero Dark 30.
That is a great. I like that one better than the Hurt Locker. Just want to throw.
Oh yeah, it's totally rewatchable. It's
Hurt Locker. I've never seen it.
Even though the events of that film don't really jive with reality, apparently.
Yeah.
Of course, they made it like super cinematic and like movie-ized the whole story and everything. But yeah, I think that's it, James. I think that's it for this episode. It's going to be a 3-day weekend in America, Labor Day. I hope everyone enjoys their Monday off, hopefully, if you are off. I'm actually going to deliver pizza at night, which is not too bad. I can make a little bit of money.
There you go.
SpaceCon is coming up. It's going to be the weekend before Halloween. It's going to be in San Antonio. We're going to have Ian McDermott there, Billy D. Williams. Paul Bettany, Ivana Sakno, Natasha Lou Bordizzo, Sam Witwer, and I'm probably forgetting someone. Who
Are
am
we
I
gonna get
forgetting?
any more surprises?
Possibly.
Oh, okay.
Possibly. And don't ask me to open my mouth about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that
Because, yeah.
because you'll say something, and we don't want you to get in trouble.
I wonder how many times we got in trouble on this podcast
Yeah, we're
tonight.
not gonna talk about that.
I was not very good about
Me neither.
saying certain things.
Me neither. Oh well.
I need to be a lot more vague. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as like the big news goes. Anyone in chat, watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, have anything? Because I think we're going to release this episode and take Sunday, Monday off, which is when we usually podcast. But it was great that they dropped this news right before Labor Day so we could cover this and talk
Yes.
about it and explore as much as we can. And maybe we got you a little bit more hype for Starfighter. I think I'm a little bit more hyped.
I'm a little more hyped after talking
Yeah.
about it. It's growing on me.
Yeah. So, of course, you can always find us on Instagram, Star Wars Stuff Pod, X, Twitter, at Stuff Pod, Blue Sky, just search up Star Wars Stuff. Also, Patreon, you can support us there. We have a lot of content to upload, and I might do that this weekend.
Okay, good.
Find us at Star Wars Stuff Podcast 2187. There's some lost podcast episodes that James recorded that I wasn't able to upload, and they are dated, but I think still interesting. Zach has done some reviews for some comics. Also, there's interviews that Colin did at Rebel Scum Con that are very kind of rare and exclusive. Lauren Peterson, Diana Leona Santo, pretty much everyone there except for I think Sam Witwer and Katie Sackhoff, who were off limits because, of course, they're very much involved in filmmaking and TV for Star Wars. So yeah, TikTok, Star Stuff Podcast. You can email us directly. If you want to invite us to anything, starstuffpodcast@gmail.com. Also Facebook, we have a page, we have a group, and give us 5 stars on Apple. Thank you to everyone out there that's given us a great review, 5 stars. Helps the podcast, helps people find our podcast a whole lot easier when you do look up Star Wars. And yeah, thank you so much for all that. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Looks like someone has a question on YouTube. I think it's Zach in Japan.
What's the question, Zach?
I hope it's
Hopefully, yeah.
okay to put on screen.
Y'all talk about
the Gina lawsuit already. Yes, we did, like 2-3 podcasts ago. Yeah, Disney settled with her, and she's ready to work. If that ever happens, great. I don't think anyone had an issue with her character, Cara Dune. I think people actually liked that character, and it was something different, like we're all kind of asking for here. And hopefully it all works. She put a really nice Instagram post out about everything that's transpired and everything that was going on. It was very lovely, very touching. So yeah, check it out, Zach. Why haven't you been listening? Yeah, he says, do you think she'll be back? I don't know. I mean, it feels like Rangers of the New Republic was going to be like her vehicle, and she was going to feature heavily in it. But now she can be in Mando and Grogu and be like a surprise cameo and like delight everyone. But then again, how are you going to keep anything a surprise in Star Wars? I mean, it's almost impossible. So yeah.
That's a whole other topic.
I'll talk about it. I mean, why would she go back after they did her bad? I don't think they necessarily. I mean, it's a little complex and nuanced, but I mean, any corporation that hires you can fire you pretty much. if you break their code of conduct, if you do something they're not in agreement with. Um, and I think it was just one of those things that, I mean, Disney's high profile, and um, they just thought that it wasn't right. And I think at that moment in time, there was a lot of litigious things going on in that space, and um, people get scared. People make bad decisions. I mean, look at James Gunn. He was essentially fired. Then he went to DC. Then he got rehired by Marvel. I mean, a little bit different situation, but I mean, it is possible. I mean, she could come back. She's done the convention circuit a lot. She has. She definitely has fans that have stayed with her. And of course, she's kind of a stalwart in the Mandoverse, the Favloniverse. So if she comes back, great. If she doesn't, I mean, it just maybe didn't work out. But everything's settled there, and it seems like she's good. So I think with that, I think that's the podcast. James, any closing remarks?
No, just thank you so much for listening, and yeah, thank you for supporting us.
All right. So for James, my name is David. May the force be with you.
Always.
And we have friends everywhere.
I like that.
Because this is the way. I've spoken. Long time. No graphics?
Oh yeah, here we go. One more. There we go.
Yay. Have a safe weekend, guys.